Hey everyone, welcome back to Azure Data Factory session. In today's session, we are going to see about lookup activity in Azure Data Factory. Okay, why do we want to use lookup activity? What is its purpose? Lookup activity reads and returns content of a file or a table. So, when we want to develop our pipeline, right, and before doing some copy activity or something, we want to check if the source has all data or not. For example, you are going to do a copy activity from a table to file. Before copy activity, you have to check if the source file or table has records or not. So in that scenario, right, you can use this lookup activity. For example, we have certain SQL tables, right? So dim test, dim customer, dim salesperson. Of these three tables, dim test does not have any data. If you see here, I have printed the count here. Test table has 0 count and customer and salesperson tables has some data. Okay, so what we are going to do in our pipeline is we are going to loop through these three tables and determine if the table has records or not. Only if the table has record, we are going to do a copy activity in subsequent activity. Okay, so let me go to the Azure Data Factory, adf.azure.com. Here we have to first declare a variable. We already have a variable of type array wherein we have two tables. Now I am going to add one more table called dim test, which doesn't have actually any records. Okay, so what we are going to do here, in the previous sessions, right, we did copy activity by looping using for each loop. So we are just going to make use of the same for each loop. I am just copying this. This for each loop will act on the array variable we declared and will copy data from source table to files in blob storage. Okay, I'm just copying it and then I'm pasting here. Okay, after pasting, what we have to decide is inside the for each loop, right, we already have a copy activity, but we don't know whether all the three tables looped by for each loop has records or not. So what we are going to do, we are going to do a lookup. Lookup activity can bring a set of data or data set in the other hand, right, data set before you want to do any other subsequent activities. So based on this, you can do some kind of checking. Okay, like SSIS, right, connecting two different activities, you have a connector. Okay, in SSIS, for those who would have known SSIS, right, they know about precedence constraints. So here also we have success, failure and completion precedence constraint. Apart from that, we have something called skipped. Okay, in SSIS you will be seeing only these three things. Okay, so here in Azure Data Factory we can control if a task is skipped or not. Okay, for some logics, right, we might have to skip some of the activities in the flow. So if that happens, what to do? For that only this precedence constraint has been given. Alright, so what this lookup activity is going to do, we are going to first set up the lookup activity. So what kind of data it has to loop through, we are going to ask it to bring a count from the table, right? So I am connecting to the data set of on-premise SQL Server. Alright, so we have to write a query now. So every time a for each loop runs, it's going to bring us the table name. Okay, using that table name, we are going to build a select query. Inside concat, just use select count of 1 as count from table name, right? But table name is brought by the item. Item is nothing but for each loop. Okay, so what our lookup is going to do, it's going to bring us the count of each table in each iteration. Okay, alright, so let us see how it works. Let us for now skip this copy data activity. I am cutting it. Let's see how this lookup is going to work out. Okay, I'll show you the result brought by lookup. For each loop is executing, 2 iterations have completed and third iteration is on. So for those completed iterations, we'll see what is the output brought by the lookup. See here, count of one of the tables. Okay, so we have 3 tables, right? So each time it loops through, it will bring count of each table. So one table has 5 records and one table has 6 records, and another table doesn't have any records. So if you see here, the count is 0. Okay, based on this we are going to decide whether to copy or not. Okay, so for that we are going to add one if condition, but for that please come to the next video. So let's stop with this here. In next session I'll take you through how to control the output from lookup to decide whether to do copy activity of or not. Okay, based on the count of records in the source table. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more real-time scenario videos in Azure Data Factory. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting.